Hey everybody, it is me, old Dr. Warren, for another episode of the show. So what we're doing today is a protein show. This is going to be the protein shootout. Let me put my handy little mouse deal over there. And we're going to talk about protein because so often in the workout world, and also let's just talk about trying to keep our muscle mass. Let's look at geriatrics. We want a certain amount of amino acid in our system so that we can maintain, well, body function. Amino acids are used for all kinds of things in the body, and that's what we're going to get into today. What is the best protein that you should use? Or yeah, what's the best protein? What's the best protein for me? That's what we're going to talk about here. So I've got a bunch of proteins that I've tried over the past couple of months, and I'm going to bring you the results of that today. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 of them. Most are plant derived. One is cow, and we're going to talk about it. So let's get started, shall we? Protein shootout. We have MRM. First up, MRM, veggie protein. Now, let's talk about this. There's veggie proteins and there's animal-based proteins. Some people say you should be all vegetables. Some people say you should be all meat. Let's look at this a little bit more. Why did I do a plant-based protein when I'm a meat eater? Well, I believe that you should have a good bit of plant in your diet and actually be low on the amount of protein because your plant, well, it's a broom. Remember, got to keep your guts clean. The plant will help sweep the streets because of the fiber. Not only that, but plants can be a lot cleaner than a lot of our animal products. A lot of the animal products, I mean, if you look at the animal husbandry business, they're not treated so well, and there's a lot of chemicals and whatnot that are injected into the animals, various drugs. The food is genetically modified oftentimes. The animals are kept in really bad environments. So all these things together just make for a dirty animal and stuff that you don't want to eat. Now, when we get into the protein bit of it, it gets worse. A lot of times we'll have these proteins that are isolated by means of high temperatures and, well, chemicals a lot of times. So we want to stay away from that. There's also the problem with, well, glutamate. I know we talk about monosodium glutamate, that's bad stuff, but you don't want to have too much free-form glutamate in your system either. And that can happen when we take things into a powdered form. So that can be the equivalent, or some say it's worse than doing monosodium glutamate. So these are some of the problems that we deal with proteins and some of the problems that you're looking at on the animal side versus the plant side. So here we go, plant. MRM, 100% all natural veggie protein with superfoods. Now, the reason why I went for this in the beginning is that we have, all right, so let's start, 22 grams of complete protein. We have 20,000 ORAC per serving. If anything, this particular product I went for because of the ORAC. And for everybody that knows me, you know that I love ORAC value. So what's ORAC? ORAC value stands for, well, I don't think I can point this out and show you at the same time. So maybe I'll just do this. Oxygen radical absorbance capacity. So what's all that gibberish? It's your bulletproof vest. That's all. How thick is your bulletproof vest? Because remember that a free radical is just like, it's a little bullet just flying around. You're in a war zone and there are just free bullets just flying everywhere. And what you need is not just a vest, let's call it your armor. It's like being in a tank. And the higher your ORAC value, the stronger your tank's armor. And the stronger your tank's armor, well, obviously, the less damage you take. Now, what we're looking at is damage on a cellular level. So the less hits that your cells are receiving, or let's say the less oxidation that they're undergoing, the less damage that they're undergoing, well, the less problems that you're going to have. The aging process is going to move more slowly. You're going to have less problems with your health, and well, you're going to feel a lot better. So that was where I was going when I started with this guy, because I am an absolute fan of high ORAC value. You should keep your ORAC value very high. It's everything, especially in this day and time with, I mean, cell phones. Wow. And not just the cell phones. We've got smart meters. We've got these tetramaths that are everywhere. You're being bathed in a soup of electromagnetic pollution. And that stuff causes a lot of oxidational stress on your body. Thus, keep your ORAC up. Now, that's for ORAC. Let's get into the next little bit. Well, we've got superfoods. So let's talk about their superfood blend. Well, okay, it's a little long. Maybe you don't want me to do that. But let's talk about it anyway. We have some time, right? All right, we got a pro veggie blend, which is, we're going to go really fast. Pea protein isolate, organic brown rice protein concentrate, flaxseed powder, organic sunflower seed powder, organic pumpkin seed powder, chia seed powder, organic sacha inchi powder. Oh, that's an interesting one. I don't know what that one is. Organic maca powder and digestol VP, which is going to consist of, this is their enzyme blend, which is another reason why I really like this. They have the enzymes in here. Now, that's going to consist of alpha galactosidase, protease 6.0, protease 4.5, protease, and bromelain. So we got a lot of enzymes in there. And you heard a lot of ACE, but you did hear an ANE, and we never talked about that. So bromelain is an enzyme, even though he doesn't end in ACE. Bromelain is pineapple extract. Now, we've got natural vanilla flavor, stevia leaf extract, high ORAC antioxidant blend, potassium chloride, pure ocean sea salt, and monk fruit extract. All right, well, out of that, what I really like, I like the enzymes. That's why I dropped it. It wasn't so great after all. And you'll see. So I like the enzymes because we have so much protein here. What about digestive health? Most of us don't have enough digestive enzymes to properly break down the food. That's why a lot of us have burping and different things, discomfort that comes with digestion. That means your digestion is not working properly. And that's usually because you don't have enough enzymes. Also because you don't have enough stomach acid. But right now, we're having the enzyme talk. And we need our enzymes, specifically proteases, because they are the aces at breaking down protein. It's going to break down the protein, or as my friend from France likes to say, Iki, he says, protein. It will break down the protein into amino acids. Now, this is the reason why we eat. Why we eat protein is so that we can have amino acids. It's all about the amino acid. Who cares about the big old protein? You want the amino acid. Amino acid is the building block of the protein. Okay, those are the cinder blocks for your house. So, what you want is to try to get at those things as easily as possible. If you can get free form amino acids, that's much better than going with a protein. But if you can get a protein that supplies you with digestive enzymes so that you can break it down, great. But as for overall performance of a protein, I just didn't like it that much. Yes, I like the high ORAC value. I like that there is a digestive enzyme blend in there, but the stevia tastes awful. It, all in all, just tastes bad. It's tolerable, but the stevia is a little much for me. So I don't like that one. So I'm going to kick that guy out. Oh, let me show it to you one more time. That is the MRM 100% natural veggie protein. I'm not liking it. I did not find that I was getting the gains that I got from the other protein. And also I did not like the strong stevia flavor. But if you don't mind stevia and you're not lifting for gains, it's a fairly priced protein. It's a decent company. And, well, it's okay. It's got decent ORAC value, something that we really need. You've got enzymes in your protein. You've got a pretty decent amino acid profile. So it's not so bad, but there's better. So let's get rid of this guy and do some more. I'm gonna toss him over here. We're gonna get off to the next one that I really, really like. I'm gonna keep the animal for a little bit later. But this is one that really let me down because I absolutely love these guys. Remember, I did a review for their zinc, which was excellent. Garden of Life stuff is just amazing. I really, really love them. I'm leaving Garden of Life because I found out they were bought out by Nestle. Well, I don't do Nestle products, and actually Nestle, Kraft, and Pepsi. Ever since a big thing with Pepsi and their investors, it was a SEC investigation a long time ago. A whole bunch of stuff where they were using some flavor enhancers that the investors didn't like, and well, that I don't want to eat either. And so I just stay away from all those products ever since that big investigation under the Obama administration. That was an SEC investigation. If you want to check more into that, look up San Diego, California-based company called Cinomix, and you can check out more of that. And the issue is that they were using something called HEK 293. I don't like it. I'm not going to eat it. So find out what HEK 293 is. Find out where it is in your foods. Do not touch those foods that have HEK 293 if you have problems with those things. But for me, I have problems with eating HEK 293, so that's why I stay away from Pepsi, Kraft, and Nestle foods. And now Nestle is buying out Garden of Life. So during the time that I had this, they had not bought them just yet, and I was enjoying it. Now, let's get into this. It's beautiful. Of course, 0 sugar, 22 grams of protein. We've got 4 grams of branched chain aminos. Of course, it is vegan. It is vegetarian. All that good stuff. It is dairy-free, soy-free. I love it. Now, let's get into what is inside. It has a typical amino acid profile that most do. Typical. I do like that they threw in a couple of extra minerals here. Some things that you don't typically get and things that you really need, like selenium. Along with that selenium, they also have vitamin E. Those guys, they live together. There's a lot. So your nutrients, they should always come together, because if you're taking things individually, you're doing what's called fractionated nutrition. So you really want to take everybody together because everybody works together. Because if you're just taking things individually, you could run the risk of causing yourself more problems. So let's get into this. This guy, what is so fantastic is that we have a very beautiful enzyme blend. And they have a lot of stuff in here, but they're enzyme blend and probiotic. That's the other thing that really excites me about this, is that we have enzymes and probiotics. Instead of having a high ORAC, we have enzymes and probiotics. And, you know, for me, it's more important to take care of the gut. You do need that high ORAC value, but what good is a bulletproof vest if the body that you are putting it on is not alive? So take care of your guts first. Now, instead of getting into this ginormous panel of ingredients, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to read you the blend there, so we can see what our raw probiotic and enzyme blend is. So here we go. We got lipase, protease, spironolactone. We've got beta-glucanase, cellulase, bromelain, phytase, lactase, papain, peptidase, pectinase, hemicellulase, xylanase. Now, we've got some bacteria. So we've got Lactobacillus acidophilus, we've got Lactobacillus plantarum, and Lactobacillus bulgaricus. 3 billion, not bad. So you've got the basic guys that set up shop in the guts to make sure things are operating right. If you've seen some of my other videos, I always refer to your probiotics as your farmers or general contractors and your military or police forces. You know, I'm throwing an extra one in there. 3. Those 3 different functions that they do for your body. Got to make sure that you have them. Enzymes, we've been through that. You got to make sure that you have your enzymes. I did talk about a couple of enzymes that ended in ACE, that did not end in ACE, and yes, those are enzymes too. So the ACE doesn't work everywhere, but it's a great way to start learning to identify enzymes. So where is the big issue that I had with this? Yes, it does say smooth protein, new and improved smooth. It is very smooth, not so grainy. The one that I love is actually just a little bit grainy, but I'll tell you the trick to get around the graininess. This guy I like because we have no stevia, we do have probiotics, and we have a probiotic blend and an enzyme blend. That's really important. Have your probiotics and your enzymes. I really like that. And to be without stevia. I love it if people will go without stevia. The stevia just, getting tired of stevia. So this one really excited me. And I believe that if, well, I don't know, it would be a tie between this guy and the last one. It would be a tie. And I'm going to show you why. So this was definitely good, but I did not get as many gains with this as I did the last one. The last one I actually picked up about 8 pounds of mass. So I'm going to put this to the side because he's really good if it wasn't for the fact that I no longer buy from those great companies. I'll put that to the side. Now, before I put it to the side, all in all, it's great. The reason why I'm not using it anymore is just I don't like those to buy from those 3 companies I was talking about. And this will be a very close second to the one that comes in first. Now, we're going to go over here and we're going to bring out Orgain. Now, these guys are cool. Of course, this is the pumpkin spice. I tried this out during the holidays. Bought a ton of it. And same issue, the stevia is just too much for me. It's just over the top. It's not as bad as the MRM. It's not near as bad as the MRM. But, I'm not one for the stevia. Now, what we have here is 21 grams of protein, and we have 7 grams of fiber. Now, the thing I like about that, the 7 grams of organic fiber is we have our street sweepers, which is very important when you're doing protein. Because protein, if you're not breaking that stuff down and getting it out of your system quickly, it will sit in your stomach system and your pipes and go rancid and get nasty. It will get straight nasty. Don't want to do that. Sweep the streets. That's why it's so important that you have a little bit of fiber. Look at me, I can't turn the thing around. There we go. You have your fiber. So that helps to keep things a little bit cleaner. It does not have its own enzyme inside, which to help break it down and whatnot. It is a little over the top on the stevia, as I said. I picked this one up on clearance because I just wasn't sure. It's not a protein that I'm familiar with, so I figured, let's try it and see what it's about. Gotta come up with some different things and tell you guys what I found that's nice and healthy. So here we have a very long, this is probably as long as the Garden of Life list of our organic ingredients. And let's just get to the major things. Let's see. A lot of proteins, right here at the end. Organic stevia, I guess that's the most exciting thing on there. So, needless to say, it's just not worth writing home about. I'm not that excited about this one. I didn't get the gains off of it. Didn't really do a lot for me, even though I was taking my enzymes along with it. I'm not big on the flavor. I'm going to try their other stuff and see how that comes out. But so far, I was not big on this one. Now, aha! This is my friend. I like this. Ancient Nutrition's Bone Broth Protein. Very cool stuff. No, it is not organic. I wanted to give it a try and see what it was about. It's probably your best tasting protein out there that you could just mix with water or whatever liquid of your choice. I like to mix a lot of things with water. But it's very good. Now, what is so amazing about this is it's bone broth. Need I say more? Life begets life. So it's not very complicated nor very difficult to get this into your system if you just have a little bit of enzyme activity. And you should always take enzymes with your food, but if you didn't take an enzyme and you drank it, you're probably going to be able to get it okay. Now, what's so special about this? I love that it has collagen. Collagen, collagen, collagen. If you want collagen, ladies, you want collagen, this is where it's at. You want to tighten up skin, this is where it's at. Collagen is made from, well, amino acids and more collagen. Actually, there's a whole bunch of stuff that goes into collagen. You're going to need iodine, vitamin C, copper, and a few things to actually synthesize some collagen. And dirt. That's why diatomaceous clay is always, diatomaceous earth is always so important, because it's silica. And silica is the foundation, or the conference table, if you will, by which the collagen conversation is really had. Everybody gets around that table and they all start talking about how they're going to get together and make a piece of skin. But we're going to talk about that another time. Here is just collagen, liquid collagen. So awesome stuff. I really can't say anything bad about it. It's just animal derived. It does not have enzymes in it. It provides a lot of free-form collagen, easily absorbable protein, and also minerals. Minerals are so important because this is the one thing that this has that the other people don't. They do have some minerals, I cannot say that. But this is going to have all of your minerals because it's a bone. Need I say more? Everything that's in a bone that you need is going to be right here. Now, the plant, I can't necessarily say that because the plant doesn't have bones, so it's not going to have all those things. Some of your proteins are, but they're not going to have those minerals. That's where I like this, is that it's coming from bones, so it's going to have everything that a bone needs if your purpose is to rebuild bone or rebuild anything in your body. If you want to go the carnivorous route, I would say that this is the way to go for my carnivorous friends. Make sure you take your enzymes with it, and this is going to be a very, very good way to get everything that you're looking for. And again, the problem is it's not organic, but it is pretty cool. So for those of you that don't mind going off the organic plantation, check this out. Now, for those of you who would say, I don't want to do that because it's not organic, I can totally understand because, as I said, when we're getting into animal husbandry, those animals aren't treated so well, and there's a lot of junk in them and whatnot. So I can totally understand. But for people that want to take that plunge, this is excellent. Thumbs up. Now, here we go. I'm always trying to... Does it look like my glasses are slipping? I think so. They're like way down here. I'm always trying to push them up. There we go. Another problem I have to share with you guys. And thanks again for all the growth. I mean, we're starting to pick up slowly but surely. I'm not around a whole lot. I'm out finding stuff. But subscribership is really picking up. That's cool. Thank you very much. It's pretty cool that people want to come and hear what I'm talking about. So I'm really, really, really grateful for that. Thank you so much. Continue sharing, and I will do my part to get out here and start doing more videos for you, because obviously you want me to put out more information for you. So that's what I'm going to do. Now, here is the last one. This is the one that I absolutely love. I'm sold on this guy. Let's do a little drum roll. I need an effect, but that didn't work too well. Here it is. Here's the brown rice protein. So this is from Jarrow. Now, I love Jarrow. Jarrow has a lot of good stuff. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to say that Jarrow is the best thing on earth. It's pretty good, but it's not the best thing on earth, because I know some people are going to go out there and find some Jarrow products that I, too, also disagree with, and then they're going to try to hang me. So I'm not going to tell you that. But you can find good things within the Jarrow product line, and this is definitely one of them. This is Jarrow's brown rice protein, and of course, organic. Now, let's get off into brown rice. I love it. One of the main reasons why I like this and will start using it in my practice is that you find that brown rice is not very inflammatory or antagonistic to someone's system. It's very low key, doesn't aggravate a lot of people's systems as some of the other proteins can. So that's thing one. Now, I know you're going to say, well, hey, you like your enzymes. Are there enzymes? No, there's no enzymes. No enzymes in it, so I do take an enzyme with it. However, this guy really has a lot of amino acid here, a lot of free-form amino acid. And so I'm breaking down a little bit of the protein, but we're really just taking amino acids more than anything. And let's talk about flavor. Oh, I need to read you the ingredients. Okay, here's the big one. So everybody's had a pretty long ingredient panel, right? I mean, just big ones where it's like, okay, let's not get into that because I'm going to bore you reading all the stuff. Well, check this out. Ingredients. Non-GMO organic brown rice protein. Organic gum acacia. Organic guar gum. Xanthan gum. Natural flavor. That's it. That's all. That's it. Clean as a whistle. I love it. I love it. Keep my food simple. You must keep your food simple. When you start getting into all these things, complex stuff, too much stuff gets in there, we don't know what's what. So I love the simplicity. I love that it's not very inflammatory for most people. So I can use this with a lot of my patients without worrying about aggravating certain situations where people are allergic to things. Because a lot of times we're allergic to egg. A lot of times we're allergic to wheat, corn, this, that, and the other. This guy, innocuous. So I love him. Organic. It's very, very easy to digest. The flavor, I'm not going to lie to you. It has vanilla flavor, but it's barely anything. It barely tastes like vanilla. It's not much. It almost tastes like paper. So with that said, you're going to have to flavor it. But that's okay. I'm sure everybody has different palates out there. We all like different flavors, so flavor it however you decide. Now, the trick to this protein, to making it a pleasant experience, because if you just mix it up, throw it in your shaker with whatever flavor you would like to use, and you run out the door, start drinking on it in your car, you're going to be like, oh, this is awful. It's gritty. What's going on? What you want to do with this stuff is, after you shake it up, put it in your freezer for 30 minutes. That just lets it cool down a little bit more. You don't have to put it in the freezer. I put mine in the freezer. But put it in your fridge, whatever, for 30 minutes. You've got to have at least 30 minutes on it. Because what happens is that it starts to absorb the water and puff up. And it's not so grainy, and it gets rid of the chalkiness. Once that's gone, no problems. But it needs to sit in the water for just a little bit. So let's look at a summary. This is the easiest protein to use. This is the cleanest that I've found so far, and I've gotten the best gains off of this. I've put on probably about 8 pounds of muscle in just a few weeks using the brown rice protein. And it's so clean. I had to put my glasses up again. I use my enzymes with it. Everything is totally fine. Some other proteins, I guess I'm providing you a little too much information, but that's what you're here for, because you want me to experiment on myself so you find out what's good for you. So if I have some of these other proteins, oh man, get farty real bad, nasty stuff. It's not even breaking down. Oh, I've got to show you this one that should never be consumed by anyone, because it's liver tablets. They just don't even digest. But we'll get into that another time. So let's finish this up. You're tired of listening to me. This one, remember, I'm not going to eat from these guys anymore, but is very, very, very awesome. So this ranks second in my protein shootout. And then the Jarrow is absolutely first. So if there's a protein for you to try, do the Jarrow Organic Brown Rice Protein Concentrate. It's amazing. Won't let you down. You can find it just about everywhere. So that's all I have for you guys today. I'm going to put out another video, talk about some proteins. Hopefully that's going to help. Remember to take your enzymes with it. And as always, please don't try any of this without talking to your doctor. Got to talk to your doctor, because some of these things, just about anything, everybody's body is different. So if you do something without talking to your doctor, without some kind of medical supervision, there may be something going on inside of your system that isn't going on in other people's systems that could possibly kill you. So I don't want that to happen. I don't want you sending your ghost after me. So please talk to your doctor before trying any of these things, anything, any new medical advice, anything like that. Talk to your doctor and make sure that everything is okay, and this is going to be something that's good for you. And well, eat responsibly. Food's dangerous. Till next time, it is old Dr. Warren.